Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Vincent Laforet has an article out which is quite interesting. His prediction is that the age of standalone still cameras is coming to an end for all but pros, for all but professional photographers. So I'm curious what you guys think about this. When we look at the article, he says that this is the crux of the argument. Vincent is saying the key takeaway here isn't that iPhones are better than still cameras. Not by a long shot. Let me repeat that again. iPhones and smartphones are not better cameras by any stretch of the imagination to still cameras with specialized lenses. Okay, so he's making it clear that he's not saying that iPhones or smartphones or tablets or whatever are better than specialized dedicated cameras like a DSLR with a specialized lens. What he is saying, and this is where he says, but the key is that the software on those smartphones and the social media platforms and instant connection to the web are better and cannot be overcome by camera companies that fail to integrate software within their camera bodies going forward. So what he's basically saying is that the key why it seems like iPhones and smartphones are taking over and are going to bring, in his words, he's predicting the age of the standalone still camera coming to an end, except for pros, is because of the interconnectivity to the internet and how easy it is to immediately have your image, to take the image and immediately have it on social media, on Facebook, online, whatever you want to do with it. And definitely there's a huge advantage to that. I mean, I find myself doing that a lot now too. And phones have come a long way. I mean, the new phone in the iPhone 6 is very good, or the new camera I should say is very good. The camera in my Samsung Galaxy S5 is phenomenal. It even does 4K video. So a lot of times it's all I need for that quick grab shot. And then it's just a touch of a button to get it online, which I'm sure you guys have noticed too with your phones. Very convenient. And I guess maybe you could sum it up with the convenience of it with the interconnectivity. And obviously here, a lot of camera manufacturers are failing to give us a lot of those options in a DSLR, which, you know, is essentially a computerized camera. You know, you could give us a lot more, and they don't. And that's where they're falling down here. You know, and that's what he says. Can't be overcome by camera companies that fail to integrate software within their camera bodies going forward. I would say probably Sony is the most progressive I've seen as far as integrating software into their cameras and giving us a lot of these connectability options. Panasonic's pretty good, probably not as good as Sony. Nikon and Canon on whole are terrible at it. And then you can almost correlate that to where we're seeing the market share shift. You know, DSLR sales are down, but Sony seems to be gathering more market share. I mean, look at the popularity of the A6000. Very popular, very capable little camera. Look at the popularity of a lot of the Panasonic cameras. You know, the GH3 and the GH4 have been amazing sellers. So is the GX7. What I'm filming this right now, I love it. My little LX100 gives a lot of connectivity and an all-in-one package with phenomenal image and video abilities. So, you know, what do you guys think? Do you think Vincent's correct that we're seeing, you know, the end of an age, that still cameras are basically going to go with the way of the dinosaurs for people other than professional photographers? Or do you think that he's wrong, that there's always still going to be a place for still cameras for the hobbyist? And I guess that's almost needs to be quantified because a lot of people over the last few years have, you know, own a DSLR. It's amazing how many people now own DSLRs. People that aren't even really hobbyists, like what you would traditionally consider a photography enthusiast or hobbyist. They just own a DSLR for shots of the kids or whatever. They're not really into the photography end of it. They just bought one because they knew it took better pictures. And then you got your people that are really into the photography end of it as a hobby, and they own the DSLRs. And then you got your pros. And then you got probably that in-between of pros and enthusiasts. Do a little bit of pro shooting, mostly an enthusiast. So there's all these levels. You know, I think he's probably right that we're going to see the evaporation of the moms and dads with cameras at the hockey game level. But where does that rise up to, where we're seeing what market is losing that share, you know? What do you guys think? Leave some comments below. Are we seeing the end of an age, the end of still cameras? Are iPhones and smartphones and Samsung Galaxies taking over? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. Is Vincent Laforet right? Is his prediction the age of the standalone still camera is coming to an end for all but professional photographers? Is it correct? Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new articles, some new videos. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.